Yeah, welcome to our class for today. My name is Marco Kafo. We'll be doing something very special as I'll be answering some past common entrance examination questions. To get started, let's look at the first question. Which of the numbers 2, 5, 7, 13, and 27 is not a prime number? We have options A, 2, B, 5, C, 7, D, 13, and E, 27. Remember, prime numbers have two factors, itself and 1. Option A, which is 2, has two factors, which is 1 and itself. The only option that has more than two factors is option E, which is 27. All right, 27, let's break it down. We have 1, 3, 7, and 27. These are factors of 27. So 27 is not a prime number. So our right answer is E, which is 27. Okay, let's go to question number 2. Find the HCF of 12, 18, and 36. Can you still remember how to solve problems that has to do with highest common factor? Let's solve this. Let's insert the numbers into a column. We have 12, we have 18, and then we have 36. Remember, for HCF, we have to think of a number that must divide through all numbers involved. So let's start with 2. 12 divided by 2 will give us 6. 18 divided by 2 will give us 9. 36 divided by 2 will give us 18. We can't use 2 again because 6 can be divided by 2, 18 can be divided by 2, but 9 cannot be divided by 2. So we have to think of a number that can be able to divide through. So let's try 3. 6 divided by 3 will give us 2. 9 divided by 3 will give us 3. 18 divided by 3 will give us 6. Can you think of any other number that can be able to divide 2, 3, and 6? Definitely that is not possible. Then our HCF will give us 2 times 3, which is equals to 6. So the right option is B, which is 6. Question number 3. The shape of a tin of milk can best be described as, the right answer is D, cylinder. Yes. The shape of a tin of milk is a cylinder. Question number 4. If W plus 13 is equals to 47, what is the value of this letter here, W? If you look at this question, at the left-hand side, we have a letter and a number. And at the right-hand side, we have a number standing alone. All right, let me just call the one at the left-hand side tens, but they are not the same. This is W, a letter, and we have 13, that is a number. So the first thing we need to do is to collect like terms. Let 13 come over to the right hand side and meet its brother, which is another number. To do that, to move 13 over, whenever a number crosses this equals to sign, the symbol changes. And here we have the symbol which tells us what to do, a positive symbol. So as plus crosses equals to sign, it changes to minus, and as minus crosses equals to sign, it will change to plus. So let's move plus 13 over here. So we have W equals to, as plus 13 crosses over here, this plus will change to minus 13. So W will give us 47 minus 13. 7 minus 3 will give us 4. 4 minus 1 will give us 3. So our right answer is 34, and the right option is B. All right, let's go over to the next question, question number 5. Convert 3 over 4 to a decimal number. Convert 3 over 4 to a decimal number. So whenever you have to convert fraction to decimal, all you need to do is just to divide. So 3, it's same thing. We can rewrite this 3/4 as 3 divided by 4. To make it easier for us, let's divide this using long division. So our division sign, we have 3 divided by 4. Golden rule that makes long division very easy for us, we have the DMS. That simply means you divide, multiply, and then you subtract. So 3 divided by 4, that is not possible. We put a 0 and decimal point. We add 0 to 3. It will now give us 30. 30 divided by 4, what will it give us? Yes, 7. Okay, then we multiply. 7 times 4 will give us 28. Then you subtract. 30 minus 28 will give us 2. 2 divided by 4, that's not possible. We add 0 here. 20 divided by 4 will give us 5. 4 times 5 will give us 20, and then we take away, we have 0. So the right answer is D, which is 0.75. Question number 6. What is the median of the number 2, 4, 1, 7, and 5? To solve problems that has to do with median, the first thing you need to do is to rearrange the numbers involved. You either arrange from the smallest to the biggest or from the biggest to the smallest. But for this question, let's arrange from the smallest to the biggest. So we have 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. Once that is done, we'll now look for the middle number, that is our median. For this question, our middle number is 4. So our answer will be C, which is 4. Question number 7. Express 15 meters as a decimal of 1 kilometer. There's this nursery rhyme you used to sing when, of course, you are much younger. 10 millimeter make what? 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters make 1 meters. 1,000 meters make 1 kilometer. So 1,000 meters will give us 1 kilometer. Let's start from there. 1,000 meters is equals to 1 kilometer. So to convert from meters to kilometer, you simply divide by 1,000. So to change 15 meters to kilometer, we divide 15 by 1,000. All right. To make this division very easy, since 1,000 has 3 zeros, just count 3 places and put your decimal point. But here we can only count 2 places, like 1, 2. So add 0 here. Okay, so we now have 1, 2, 3.0. So our right answer will be 0.015. Okay, and the right option will be D. Okay, question number 8. How many faces has a cube? How many faces has a cube? A good example of a cube is a die, or your dice, for those of you that play Ludo. Okay, so and if you look at count the faces, you discover that a die has 6 faces. So a cube has 6 faces. The right answer here is D, which is 6. Question number 9. Find the value of root 3 square times 7 square. If you look at this question, this square root is not just affecting 3 square, it is also affecting 7 square. So I can rewrite this as the square root of 3 square times square root of 7 square. This square breaks the square root. This square breaks the square root. We have 3 times 7, which will give us 21. So the right answer is B, which is 21. All right, let's look at question number 10. Express the Roman numerals CDLX in Hindu-Arabic numerals. Let's write down the Roman numerals. We have CDLX. In lesson 2, I taught you how to solve problems that has to do with Roman numerals. And I said if a smaller letter or a smaller number is at the back of the bigger one, you subtract. So here the bigger letter is D, which stands for 500. But C, which stands for 100, is at the back. So that means we subtract. 500 minus 100 will give us 400. So it means that CD is equals to 400. And if a smaller one is in front of the bigger one, you add together. L, it stands for 50 plus X stands for what? 10. So LX will give us 60. Now CD is equals to 400 and LX is equals to 60. To get what CDLX stands for, we add 400 plus 60, which will give us 460. And the right option is C. Question 11. Express 520,084 in words. If you can read it, then you will definitely know the right answer. A, for the fact that I can read this number 520,084, definitely the answer is staring at me. A, 52,084, wrong. B, 520,084, of course, that is the correct option. So my answer is B. Question number 12. Approximate 30.74 to 3 significant figures. Now, I want you to know that numbers or digits at the left hand side they are more significant than those at the right hand side. For this question, we have 30.74. So the most significant digit here is 3, but they said to 3 significant figures. So we just have first significant figure, 2 and 3. So our answer is 30.7 because this 4 is less than 5, so I can't add it to 7. And the right option will be, it's meant to be B. Yes, it's meant to be B. B is meant to be 30.7. Okay, so question number 13. Find the value of X in the following equivalent fractions. We have 21 over 24, 7 over 8, equals to 49 over X. How does equivalent fraction works? If you are solving a problem that has to do with equivalent fraction, you multiply the numerator and the denominator with the same number, or you divide the numerator and the denominator with the same number. If you look at this question, 21 over 24 is equals to 7 over 8. For us to get 7 and 8, that means 21 and 24 must have been divided by the same number. What would that number be? 3. If you divide if you divide 21 by 3 and 24 by 3, 21 divided by 3 will give you 7, 24 divided by 3 will give you 8. So we've gotten 7 over 8. So how did they get 49? Of course, 7 times 7 will give us 49. So you don't need to go over to the denominator and multiply by 8. No, for the fact that we multiplied the numerator by 7, we must multiply the denominator by 7. 8 times 7 will give us 56. So X is equal to 56, and the right option is A. Okay, question number 14. What is the product of 3.14 and 18.2 correct to 2 decimal places? What does product mean? Product in mathematics means multiplication. So let's multiply. 3.14 times 18.2. 2 times 4 will give us 8. 2 times 1 will give us 2. 2 times 3 will give us 6. 8 times, I'm done with 2, we'll go over to the next digit. 8 times 4 will give us 32. We put down 2 and bring 3 over here. 8 times 1 will give us 8 plus 3, that's 11. We put down 1, bring 1 over here. 8 times 3 will give us 24 plus 1 that will give us 25. I'm done with 8. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Now let's add them up. We have 8, 4. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 plus 4 will give us 11. 1, bring down 1 here. 5, 6, 7, 7. 3 plus 2 is 5. Now the next question will be, where are you going to put your decimal point? The first number we have 3.14, so we have 2 DP there. The next digit 18.2, we have 1 here, so 2 plus this 1 decimal place here will give us 3 altogether. So we count 1, 2, 3 and put the point here. So our right answer will be 557.148. And the right, okay, to 2 decimal places means from the decimal point you count 1, 2 and stop here. But this digit after 4 is more than 5. For the fact that it's more than 5, we'll round it up to 1 and add it to 4. So our right answer will be 57.1. 4 plus 1 will give us 5. And the right option will be D. Option D, 57.15. Now to question number 15. Arrange these fractions in ascending order of magnitude. What does ascending mean? They can either ask you to arrange in ascending or descending. Ascending means from the smallest to the biggest, while descending means from the biggest to the smallest. Now let's arrange these fractions. We have 1 over 3, 4 over 5, 2 over 3, and 5 over 8. Alright, it's going to be difficult for us to compare these fractions because they do not have the same denominator. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to work out the fractions in such a way that they should have the same denominator, then we can compare. To do that, we need to look for the LCM of 3, 5, 3, and 8. So 3, 5, 3, and 8. The smallest number that can divide one of the numbers involved is 2. 3 divided by 2 cannot go, bring down 3. 2 into 5 cannot go, bring down 5, bring down 3. 8 divided by 2 will give us 4. 2 is not done with his work, so we have 2. 3 divided by 2 can't go, bring down 3. 5 divided by 2 not possible, bring down 5. 3 divided by 2, bring down 3. 4 divided by 2, yes, it can go, which will give us 2. 2 can still go. 3 divided by 2 will give us 3. 5 divided by 2 will give us 5. 3 divided by 2 give us 3. 2 divided by 2 will give us 1. Now 2 is done with his work because 2 cannot divide 3 or 5. So we'll go to 3. Okay, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 5 divided by 3 not possible, bring down 5. 3 divided by 3 will give us 1 and bring down 1. 3 is done with his work because 5 cannot be divided by 3. So divide by 5, you have 1 here. 5 divided by 5, 1, 1, 1. So LCM will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So 2 times 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, so 2 times 2 will give us 4. 4 times 2 will give us 8. 8 times 3 will give us 24. 24 times 5 will give us 120. So we've gotten a common denominator. So for 1 over 3 will be equals to 120. 3 into 12 is 4. Then bring down 0. So 120 divided by 3 will give us 40. 40 times 1 will give us 40. Alright, so 1 over 3 is equivalent to 40 over 120. Then let's go to 4 over 5. Since the common denominator is 120. 120 divided by 5. 12 divided by 5 will give us 2. Okay, so remainder 2. Put the remainder here. 20 divided by 5 will give us 4. So 120 divided by 5 will give us 24. Okay, remember, you use the denominator to divide, then you multiply your answer with the numerator. 24 times 4, because the numerator is 4. 4 times 4 is 16, 6 carry 1. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1, 9. So we have 96 here. Okay, let me separate them. 1 over 3 is equals to 40 over 120. 4 over 5 is equivalent to 96 over 120. Then 2 over 3 is equals to, we have 120. 120 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Bring down 0, 40. 40 times 2 will give us 80. So 2 over 3 will give us 80 over 120. And then 5 over 8. 5 over 8 is equals to, we have 120 here. 120 divided by 8. 12 divided by 8, that's 1. Remainder 4. 40 divided by 8 is 5. So 120 divided by 8 is 15. Now 15 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Put down 5, carry 2. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2, 7. Let me also separate this. Okay, now that we have a common base and we've gotten equivalent fractions, let's compare them. If you look at the fractions we have on the board, which one among them is the smallest? Of course, the smallest is 40 over 120. So 1 over 3 is the smallest fraction. Followed by, we have 75 over 120. So we have 5 over 8. And then we have 80 over 120, so we have 2 over 3, and then the biggest is 96 over 120, which is 4 over 5. So the right option should be A, which is 1 over 3, 5 over 8, 2 over 3, and 4 over 5. Let's go over to question 16. Simplify, bracket 5 whole number 3 over 8 minus 3 whole number 1 over 2, close bracket, divide by 1 whole number 1 over 2. Now, if you want to solve a problem that has to do with fraction, always remember your board mass. So let's write down board mass somewhere. So B O D M A X. All right. So board mass will guide us on what to do. Now, following this board mass rule, we have to solve for the term inside the bracket first. And the term inside the bracket, we have 5 whole number 3 over 8 minus 3 1 over 2. Okay, now to solve this fraction, bring out the whole numbers, which we have 5 and 3. So 5 minus 3, then go back to the fraction. The first fraction is 3 over 8 minus the next one is 1 over 2. 5 minus 3 will give us 2. We have 3 over 8 minus 1 over 2. Then look for the LCM of the denominator for the fractions. That's LCM of 8 and 2. LCM of 8 and 2 will give us 8. So 8 divided by 8 will give us 1. 1 times 3 will give us 3 minus 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 3 minus 4, is it possible? No. So we'll go over to the whole number and borrow 1 from it. Now, let's borrow 1 from 2. 2 with 2 again, it will now be 1. But now, whenever you borrow, the one you borrow will have the value of the LCM or the denominator. Since the LCM or this denominator is 8, the one I'm borrowing from 2 will actually be 8 added to 3. So if the LCM is 50, the one I'm borrowing will be 50. So here we have one whole number, 8 plus 3 will give us 11 minus 4 over 8. So final answer, we have one whole number, 11 minus 4 will give us 7 over 8. Now what we have here, don't forget, is for the term inside the bracket. So 1 over 1 whole number 7 over 8 represents what we have inside the bracket, divide by what we have outside the bracket, which is one whole number, 1/2. So to solve this, we need to convert the fractions to improper fraction. 8 times 1 will give us 8 plus 7, 15/8. Divide by 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 3/2. This will give me, at this point, we need to invert. But to invert, always keep the first fraction. The first fraction is 15/8. So we change division sign to times. Then this is the inversion. 2 goes up, 3 comes down. 2 becomes the numerator, 3 becomes the denominator because this division sign changed to a multiplication sign. Now, if you look at this fraction, let's check. 3 and 5, they have a common factor, which is 3. So divide 3 by 3, you have 1. Divide 5 by 3, you have 5. 2 and 8 have common factor, which is 2. Divide 2 by 2, you have 1. Divide 8 by 2, you have 4. So 5 times 1 will give us 5 over 4 times 1 will give us 4. 5 divided by 4 will give us 1, remainder 1 over 4. And the right option there is D. Okay, question 17. What is the sum of the values of 2 and 1 in the number 4219? What is the value of 2? Bring down 2 like I taught you in lesson 1. Then let this be 0. Let this be 0. So the value of 2 is what? Is 200. What is the value of 1? Bring out the 1. Then let this be 0. The value of 1 is 10. Okay? Now, what is the sum? It means we need to add both of them. Sum means addition. So we have 200 plus 10. Alright? So this will give us 0, 1, 2. Our answer is 210, which is C. Alright? So the right answer is C. Question number 18. When Ada was 15 years old, her sister Ngozi was 18. If Ada was born in 1970, in what year was Ngozi born? I asked a child this question and the child was quick to pick A, 1973. Okay, let's look at the question again. If Ada was 15 years old, so Ada is equals to 15 years. Ngozi is equals to 18 years old. That definitely means that Ngozi is older than Ada, isn't it? By how much? 3 years. Ngozi is 3 years older than Ada. So if Ada was born in 1970, that means they gave birth to Ngozi before 1970 because Ngozi is older than Ada. So 1970 minus 3 will give us 1967. So the right option is B, 1967. Okay, let's look at question 19. What must be added to the sum of 2/5 and 1/4 to give us 2 number 1/4? Now, you already know that sum means addition, all right? So 2/5 plus 1/4. The LCM here, let's look for the LCM of 5 and 4. LCM of 4 and 5. 2 into 4, 2 into 5 cannot go. 2 here 1, 2 into 5 cannot go. 5 here will have 1, 1. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 5 is 20. So the LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. So we'll write 20 here. We go back to the first fraction. You divide by with the denominator, multiply your answer with the numerator. 20 divided by 5 will give us 4. 4 times 2 will give us 8. Plus 20 divided by 4 will give us 5. 5 times 1 will give us 5. 8 plus 5 will give us 13 over 20. Let's look at the question again. What must be added to the sum? Now, I've gotten the sum of 2 over 5 and 1 over 4. And that sum is 13 over 20. What must be added to 13 over 20 to give us 2 whole number 1 over 2? You simply do 2 whole number. Let me separate this. Okay, so here we go. 2 whole number 1 over 2 minus 13 over 20 to get our answer. Let's change this to improper fraction. 2 times 2, 4 plus 1, 5 over 2 minus 13 over 20. As usual, you have to look for the LCM of the denominator, which will give us 20. So 20, let's start with the first fraction. Divide by 2 is 10. 10 times 5 will give us 50. Minus 20 divided by 20 will give us 1. 1 times 13 will give us 13. 50 minus 13 will give us 37 over 20. We can't leave our answer like this, so our final answer, 37 divided by 20 will give us 1, remainder 17 over 20. So our right option here is B, 1 whole number 17 over 20. Okay, our final question for today, question 20. After reading 255 pages of a storybook, there still remains 1 over 4 of the books to be read. How many pages are there in the book? After reading 255 pages, what was left was 1 over 4. Let the whole pages be 4 over 4. That means 255 is equals to 3 over 4. Right? That means this fraction has been read, and what is remaining is 1 over 4. Now, to get 4 over 4, which represents the total number of pages in the book, we have to just, once we invert, take the 4 up, bring the 3 down, times 255, because we are looking for 4, everything, the whole, over 1. So let's divide. 3 here, 1. 3 into 25 is 8, remainder 1. 3 into 15 now will give us 5. Okay, so 85 times 4. 4 times 5 will give us 20, 0 carry 2. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 plus 2 will give us 34. So our right answer is C, 340. Thank you all for joining me for today's class. I remain Mark Okafor. For more video lessons like this, I want you to visit our learning portal. Please don't keep this video to yourself. Share to as much people as you can. For now,